But it feels very, very, very cool and very honoring that people like the music form that I'm putting out there. It's not something that you hear every single day, especially also being a newcomer. It's very hard to make it in an industry where, you know, certain music directions and certain musical styles are very present. And I'm very, very thankful to everyone who's been streaming my music so far and continues to stream my music. And I can't wait to put out more music for everyone else out there. It's very great to be able to have a fusion, to put the two musical worlds that I grew up with together into one, so classical music and pop music. It's been done already before by multiple people, like Klaus Nomi was a famous countertenor who made a mix of pop and opera, and then also the classical concerts by Pavarotti with different international artists like Mariah Carey, and then the Queen also made a lot of great musical fusions. And now you can see also in pop music, like with Rosalia's newest album, that classical music is starting to have a big weight in the pop world. And I'm very, very glad that I get to do this right now. And it's the perfect time to also broaden everyone's horizons, to show them a new side of music that they never thought that they would listen to. Well, I definitely get a lot of my inspiration from pop music that you hear on the radio or from the newest releases by a huge artist. But I'm very thankful to have this classical training so that I can hear what sort of instrument could fit well in which section of a song and what could work very well harmonically, which kind of tickles the back of one's head. And that's something that I want to put into every single song that I release. So I have a moment where people are like, oh my God, I really like this melody, or oh my God, this is so catchy, it scratches the back of my head. Yeah, so I grew up in Dubai. I was born in Vienna to an Austrian father and to a Filipino mother, but I grew up in Dubai and I lived there for 15 years. And every weekend, my parents hosted a karaoke party at home. So my mom invited all of her colleagues from work, and my dad also invited all of his friends from work, and we all were just singing at home. And that's how I basically learned how to sing. And with I think I was 7 years old at the time, I learned Because of You by Kelly Clarkson. And that was the first karaoke song that I ever learned. And I still love to sing it every time we do karaoke at home. But it's a bit harder to sing now as I've grown older. And yeah, throughout the years, we've just been listening to a lot of music. My dad always played classical music the day after when we all woke up and had breakfast together. So I was listening to a lot of Beethoven, to a lot of Mozart, to a lot of Puccini as well, who I love so much. And yeah, that's, I guess, how my brain started to incorporate both musical worlds together. Ooh, that's very hard because I have so many go-to karaoke songs, but I think something that everyone, if you're of course also scared to sing in front of people, choose a song that everyone knows and can sing along to, because then you feel like it's more fun. Maybe Back to Black by Amy Winehouse or Valerie by Amy Winehouse. It's something, I think that's a song that everyone knows and it's pretty fun to sing. Or something that's also constantly up and down, running in the radio. So I don't know, Flowers by Miley Cyrus or something. So my new single, Shapeshifter, is quite a different direction than what I recently have been putting out. But it's still a huge blend between pop and opera. So the hook, or the thing that stays in your ear, is the operatic melody where I go up and down. And then it's the pop part. And I really like this direction because it's something that stays in your ear. And what I wanted to do with this song was to put in a bridge, because a lot of new songs don't have bridges anymore. And I really love a good bridge. So if you listen to anything from Katy Perry or Taylor Swift from 2012 to 2016, every song had another section after a chorus. And that's something that I want to continue making. Yes, so I'll be releasing an EP this year, right around the time of Eurovision. And I'm very excited to be putting out new music. I've been working very hard in the studio. I've been traveling a lot and being in London and in Berlin recording songs 24/7. And I'm so happy that they are finally going to be coming out soon. So if you've been listening to Shapeshifter, you'll definitely be hearing something in that direction, something big, something like with big orchestration, but also something that's very catchy and that stays in your ear, something that you can vibe very well to and also sing to. Well, fashion for me is, if not the most important thing in life. Not only can you like set statements with your outfits, but you can also present yourself and how you want people to perceive you as. I really like darker tones, so I mostly wear black, but I try to always add some type of accessory that's a bit more colorful or something that really sticks in your eye. And I love wearing baggy, oversized stuff, or like barrel pants or balloon pants, something that is also like a mix of casual but also like very formal, something in that way. So like now, like I have like a casual leather jacket and like a casual shirt, but I also added a tie with it and added my dad's tie pin to keep the smaller part, you know, to keep them together. And definitely jewelry, they're also part of fashion. And to me, jewelry is the most important thing because they mean so much to me. Like one of the rings is from my grandmother. She gave it to me before she died. Or the other one is from my great-grandmother who gave it to my grandmother before she died. And also like a ring from my parents that they gave me as a gift. So I always like to combine different types of accessoires. Oh God, if I don't go out, then it's sweatpants and a pullover or like a jumper or like a hoodie. And if I do go out, then it's like big baggy pants with a really nice high boot and a shirt with a sleek jacket. When it comes to the accessories, I only wear like my jewelry. It's always the same jewelry because they mean so much to me, and like small little bracelets that my friends and family gave me, or like another bracelet over here. And most important are also like my 3 ear piercings, because I don't know, I feel like it all blends well together and it matches my skin tone and matches my vibe, so I guess that. Okay, so I have 3 favorite perfumes. So the first one is 1 Million Elixir by Paco Rabanne. It just has like this very sweet smell, kind of like fruity vanilla-ish. And that's like my go-to scent if I am not in a particular way like decisive what perfume to wear. Then I also have Santal 33 by Le Labo, which has like sandalwood in it and bergamot, and that it's just like a woody leather smell, which is really attractive and sexy. So I like to wear that when I'm feeling a bit naughty. And another perfume that I also like to wear is also from Le Labo. It's called Another 13, which is more of a neutral scent. It's more, how do I say, it's like floral, but it's a unisex smell, so anyone can wear it. And I recently found out that Billie Eilish uses that perfume too. Well, there are multiple people, so I definitely like the fashion sense of Jacob Elordi. It's very like casual, but like very well put together. And I also really, really appreciate like combining colors and having also like matching outfits. And oh God, I also get a lot of my inspiration from Instagram models or from Pinterest. Well, fashion does influence a lot of people's like music taste. Like you can tell by what people are wearing what type of music they listen to. Like I don't want to put anyone in cupboards or anything, but you can kind of tell what someone listens to. I feel like when people listen to my music, the fashion sense, like the fashion vibe that they get is something like more elegant, but also like kind of cool. I feel like David Bowie had a really great fashion sense. He was very, very fashionable. So my plan for 2026 is to release more music, good music, releasing an EP. Then Eurovision is coming back to my hometown, so getting ready for that, and then going on tour throughout the end of the year. I feel like the modern like image of a man isn't as strict how it was before. Like everyone always, like before, if you look at magazines from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, people always perceived a man to be like this macho guy, always having abs and being like in a sharp suit. But nowadays I'm very, very happy that men also incorporate jewelry in their fashion sense, or that they like to experiment, that they wear baby tees or women's blouses, or that men wear boots, like heeled boots. And I think fashion is meant for everybody, and I'm very, very glad that that stereotype kind of broke away and that people are allowing themselves to freely experiment what type of outfits they want to wear. Jakubie Józefie Orliński is a countertenor, and I've met him already before, and he's a great friend of mine, and I love how he is also doing a lot of pop music, like he is performing on pop stages. I saw that he recently performed with A$AP Rocky in Paris, which was very, very cool, and that he also does backflips and like cartwheels on stage. So he's a really, really cool guy, and I appreciate his artistry. Ooh, well, who knows? Like, I'm very open to definitely collaborating with him.